Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much to every single one of you that have been supporting the channel from the start until now. And of course, very appreciated the newcomers that will be part of it also. I'd like to mention that my threads are 100% cotton thread. They are from Portugal. I am in Europe. And there are 4 plies, similar thickness to Aunt Lydia number 3. My colors go by number and not by name. Okay. And for the most part, I use 2.75 hook, a small one, millimeter. Small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I also like to mention I do have a crochet private group. If you're interested to join the beautiful queens there, you're more than welcome as long as you have a profile pic. And I have a crochet page on Facebook and also Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click on them. Of course, if you have not subscribed, click on that subscription. It's free, you know that, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's the only way we can continue to create these beautiful pieces for you guys. By keep growing the channel, of course, by YouTube recognizing the channel and circulating it. And I am so grateful and appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. For a lot of yous that question on my threads, I do ship them out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams equivalent. 300 to 325 yards, okay? And minimum order by 6. It's the only way I can cover the shipping. I make nothing out of it, so I know you will be asking because I get a lot of questions on them. So here you go. Okay, so let's get started. Please don't forget to share the video or the channel in your Facebook public or your groups, your Facebook crochet groups, through your WhatsApp, your Instagram. It's the only way to keep going and circulating it. Okay, thank you. I send you much blessings. Okay, everyone. So we're going to create this beautiful doily. Could be a placemat, could be for any candles, anything you want. You can increase on the rows here, odd numbers, and go bigger. You can increase also on these shells and go bigger with your pattern. I'll be using this forest green, which is color number 28. These are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread, similar thickness to Aunt Lydia number 3. This is color number 29. And this one, it's just gold. It's thinner, so a little bit thicker than Aunt Lydia number 10. This is like a nylon thread, so we'll be using these colors. Special request, they've been asking for Christmas doilies. 2.75 hook, of course, small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. So we're going to get started. This size is 40 centimeters wide in, and I'm probably going to make a smaller one. I will be creating sets. I will also be doing an oval, so you want to stay tuned for that. You can sell them in sets or give them as gifts for Christmas, or use it, of course, for yourself. So make sure that you have that bell notification on, and for the people that are not subscribed yet, subscribe, please. It helps the channel. Sharing is caring. And I'll also be using the white. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless you. So this one here, I have 9 rows. I'm probably going to do 7 rows. I want to go a little bit smaller. And like I said, if you want to go bigger, then I have 9. You'd go to 11, 13, and so on. Okay? I'm going to do my magic circle. So wrap it around my 2 fingers, bring in that thread, and I'm going to secure it with slip stitch. Coming back in, I'm doing a single and 2 chain. I'm going to have a total of 12 double crochets. I'm just going to pull on here. I don't need that so big. In case you can't do the magic circle, you can do a 6 chain. Okay, so with that first one, 12 double crochets total. I've done my 12 double crochets, pull in that string, and coming on my second chain from where I've started with slip stitch. Coming back in that same one, I'm going to do a single, but I'm stretching my thread a bit in 1 chain so I can have the same height as a double crochet. In the same stitch, 2 double crochet together, 1 chain space into the next one, 1, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, 1 chain. This is row 2. So we should have 24 double crochets. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. So I've completed row 2 with 1 chain, coming in where I've started my double crochet, but I don't want to grab only that 1 loop because it will stretch. So just going to pull through the 2 loops here. Now, until my 7th row, that means you should have 7 double crochets. We're going to continue to do this the same way on the next few rows. Single 1 chain, or you can do your 3 chain going up as you're used to. On my second double crochet, I'm going to have an increase of the 2 double crochets. 1 chain, so that means I have 3 now. On the first double crochet, 1 double crochet. On the second, I have 2 double crochets together, like that. 1 chain space into the first one, 1 double crochet into the second, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so we're on row 3. I'm going to continue to do that. That means row 4, you do 1 double crochet, next one 1 double crochet, on the last one 2 on the same stitch. That means you should have groups of 4. Row 5, you should have 5. Row 6, you should have 6. Row 7, you should have 7. 1 chain space in between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. 1 chain on the first double crochet, 1 double crochet on the second, 2 in the same stitch, 1 chain, and continue on. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 7. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 7 rows. I thought it would have been big enough, but it's not. So I'm going to continue a couple of more rows up. So single, 2 chain into the next one. We're just going to increase at the end, and 1 per stitch. So I'm on my 8th row. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 1 chain and continue on. So as soon as I see that I have enough height, I'm sure that either one after that or one before that. Okay, so 2 size I'm talking about: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So not one size before that, because then it wouldn't make sense, right? So I have 9 rows there. I'll probably do 10 rows just to get a little bit bigger, but I'll come back to you. You could always advance the video and see where I'm at. So this is row 8. Okay, everyone, so I have 9 rows. That means 9 double crochets. Now this is exactly the same size as the other one. I want to go a little bit bigger without increasing more on the double crochet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one per stitch, no increase on this 10th row. Okay, so just doing one double crochet per stitch. Now you can leave it, if you don't want to go an extra row, you can leave it at 9, because it will be exactly the same sequence as the next rows of the other pattern. Okay, so I'm just going to do this extra row because just to give me a little bit more space or length. One chain, so nothing changes. This is my 10th row, one per stitch, no increase. So I should have my 9 double crochets here just the same, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 10 rows. Now, here's a suggestion for you. You still want to go bigger. Remember, I told you from the beginning you have to go with odd numbers. Here, I don't have odd numbers because I had not increased. So it stays the same, the 9 double crochets. But if you want to go bigger on your centerpiece, so you'll have to do 11, 13, 15, and proceed the same way. Okay, so I went a little bit bigger by using the extra row. Now, I'm going to do a slip stitch and come to the 3rd double crochet with a single and 2 chain. And I'm going to continue in that same stitch to do 8 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm coming into the next one with single, skip a stitch and onto the 3rd one. So I fall into the 3rd one and do my 8 double crochets again, so I can create the form of the heart here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, coming into that one chain space with single. So when we come back, we'll do a single here and then close it on the 2nd chain. This is how we're going to proceed all the way around the same way. So again, skip 1, 2 on my 3rd one, doing 8 double crochets. So basically we're just repeating what we just done. Okay, exactly like this one. After you do your 8, skip a stitch, single, skip a stitch, 8 double crochets again, and directly into that one chain with a single, exactly as we've done here. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I pretty much finished doing all of my heart's shape. I'm going to come in where I have that single with a slip stitch and 1 slip stitch per stitch. So slip stitch all the way around with the gold. Of course, this is optional for you, or you can use whatever color you are working on. And then once I've done my last one, I'm going to come in directly where that single is over it and do a single, and then again do my 8 slip stitch. Okay, and then right over that single again with a single. Now you don't want it to be too loose because we'll be working on these singles on the little loops, the 2 loops in the back. Okay, we'll be working on the next row on that. So slip stitch, slip stitch. So make sure that it's not too loose on there, and you don't want to over tighten on these either. Okay, so you got to make sure you got a good balance of your tension. Then I'm cutting my thread after this, and I'm going to come in with the green. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we're going to come in with the green. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot, and we're going to work on these loops back here. We have one loop and two loops. So on my first loop, I'm doing a single. Try to hide my thread as I go. Single, one chain. That's my first double crochet. Now I'm going to do 5 more chains. 1, try not to pull, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to pull too much on that string, but sometimes it happens. Okay, so doing on the second loop, my second double crochet. So we're creating V's. 1, 2 chain. Coming in that next loop in between the heart on the gold. Again, creating my V, 2, 3, 4, 5. So double crochet, 5 chain, grabbing that second loop. And I have my second V. 2 chain, again, coming in that first loop of the gold right back here. We have the second one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, and again, like that. So we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. Chain 2, going into that first loop on the gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, the same thing. Second loop, double crochet. So continuing to create those V's. A V in between the motives and one in the center of the heart. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. I hope I didn't get out of focus here. Chain 2 into that first V, not V, loop, sorry, double crochet and 5 chain into the next one, next loop, and double crochet with 2 chain in between the V's. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm down to my last 2 chain. So we started with a single and 1 chain. So I'm going to come in that chain with a slip stitch. So now I'm going to come inside of that V, and I'm going to work my double crochets. I'm going to have a total of 9. So my single 2 chain, my first double crochet, until I complete 9 double crochets. I've done my 9 double crochets. Now we have that 2 chain there. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 on my 4th using back loop. I'm covering that 2 chain with a slip stitch, coming in that next V and doing my 9 double crochets. Now these are the same amount of shells here, we'll call them shells, as the other pattern, or for any pattern you do, actually, for whatever size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th one. I want to make sure I grab right in the center on that back loop, because I don't want it to be pulling on one loop only. I don't want the pattern to pull. So slip stitch. We're going to continue to do this all the way around the same way, and then I'm cutting my thread once I've completed, and this is how we're going to repeat pretty much all of the rows. If you want to increase on the shells, we're right on top of the shell already as it is. So the next row we'll be doing exactly the same thing, but I'll meet you there. Okay, everybody, going in with the gold, leaving a little bit of string so I can tie it at the end, because this one's a nylon. It's not like I can tuck it in, it will come out. Okay, so we have to do this to each one of them, and I've done my slip stitch knot. Now I'm going where the single is. You can start anywhere where the single is, and grabbing the 2 loops right over the single of the green. Okay, and then doing slip stitch, 1 slip stitch per stitch. So very simple, and all of the rows will be the same way. So we've done it here, then we did the V with the 2 chain, we've done the 9 double crochets, and now we repeat what we've done here with the with the slip stitch. So coming in again, grabbing that 2 loops. Remember, we left that front loop, and make sure it's positioned properly on it, or else the green will show up. And of course, on the next row, we'll use red. We'll be using the 2 loops behind it again, okay, to create that V. So it's always a repeat now. Just slip stitch, and where we have the single, we're going right over the 2 loops. So now we're here, taking that front loop also and going right over, and that's what gives that beautiful effect to the pattern. And slip stitch all the way around like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished the gold, coming in with the red. So we're just going to repeat exactly what we did with the green. Slip stitch knot, come in where you have the single. So coming in that back loop, create a single, try to hide my thread here, and 1 chain. So I have my first double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain now. So we keep increasing by 1 on each row, and double crochet again, creating that V, 1, 2, and 3 chain this time, coming into the first loop of the gold, creating the double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, and into the second one. So again, we're just creating 1, 2, 3 chain. If you find that it's not supposed to be big to begin with, because remember on the next row we're going to attach it, but if you find that it's too tight, if you have a tight tension, you can do an extra chain. It's up to you. Double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain, and again into that loop on the gold, and create the V. So we're just repeating now what we did with the green. Next row with the will be so we did 9. I'm going to do 10 double crochets, okay, with the red, and of course 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, or on my 5th, I believe on my 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th, I'm gonna hook it in on the back loop of the green. But I'll meet you on the next row, okay? Okay, everyone, so I've done all my V's again with 3 chain coming inside of the first V where we've closed off, single, 2 chain. Now I'm going to complete 10 double crochets total. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Counting from the very first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, on my 5th, slip stitch. Again, going into the next V with 10 double crochets, so it's just a repeat. Now, next row, again, we're going to repeat the same thing with the gold. Well, actually, right after we complete this, we're going to repeat with the gold, close single on top of this slip stitch here. And then next row, we'll start the V's again with 7 chain on the V. If 3 is good enough, we'll keep it at 3. If not, we'll do a 4 chain in between. So I'm going to continue mine all the way to the end because this is just a repeat of what we've just done. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th, using back loop and closing with slip stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row and doing the slip stitch with the gold and grabbing the front loop here and doing a single, exactly like we've done here. Okay, everyone, coming in with the gold. I don't want my tension too tight or else I'll have a hard time going in. Okay, so over any single, as we've been doing, and single. And then slip stitch, as we've been doing, so nothing changes here. One per stitch, and coming here back into that single with a single. And this is how we're going to repeat the row. And then I'm coming back with the green again. So I'll meet you at the beginning of the next row. Okay, everyone, going into the next row with the green now. So repeating the same process as we've been doing, coming in that first loop of the gold, single, and 1 chain. So my first double crochet, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain this time into the next one, next loop of the gold with the V. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming in, and the first loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the second loop of the gold. Okay, so pretty much that's what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not tightening it too much. double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain into that second loop with double crochet. Okay, so we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my row, and coming in that V single, doing my double crochet and 2 chain. So now I'm going to do 11 double crochets. Now if your tension is very tight and your double crochets are extremely tight and it looks small, you can increase as many as you want. You just have to make sure you divide them in the middle to do your single when we close in. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to check the 5th if I'm okay on the center here. If not, I'll do it on the 6th, grabbing that back loop. So I'm okay on that 5th. And then you do your 11 double crochets again. We don't want it too loose here, it doesn't look pretty. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're just repeating what we've been doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try my 5th. Oop, back loops only. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, should be good. And then again, your 11 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. I hope I wasn't off camera. So I usually don't look into the camera. So I'm just thinking that I'm on the right position, but sometimes movements move me out of position, right? So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th. So I'm going to come right in the back loop there in the center with slip stitch. I don't know why I did a single there. Not a single, it's a slip stitch, people. I'm going to leave it as is now because the next one's going to cover, but it's a slip stitch. I don't know what I was thinking, but usually we do singles, not slip stitches. So for that reason, I guess I must have got lost for a second. Okay, so slip stitch on that middle one in the back. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Oh, I probably did slip stitch, didn't I? No, I did a single, but it will be hidden with the gold anyway. Okay, everyone, so coming in with the gold, as we've been doing, you can start on any single, grab all loops, and going to do the single. And I always forget to loosen up my stitch. Okay, thank God it went through. Okay, so now coming in, doing that slip stitch as usual. Now you can do as many rows as you want. You don't have to do 4 rows like I'm doing. You can do 3, you can do 2, you can do as many as you want of these. You're good to go. Um, Hopefully I'll remember to put up some of these patterns. They're a little bit different at the beginning, as I mentioned here on the middle, and also the edging. But I have the autumn ones and a few other different colors. Hopefully I'll remember and put them up at the end so you guys can see the different effect that it does with the different colors. Okay, so slip stitch. And of course on the singles, we'll do the single grabbing both loops. And I'll meet you on the next row, which is the final row of these motifs with the red. Okay. Okay, everyone. So last row with the red. Well, last row of these motifs. We still have the peacocks to do with the gold. Okay, so coming in as usual in the back, doing that single, create our V in one chain, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain this time into that second loop and double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain coming in again on that first loop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain and double crochet. So we're going to continue to do it that way all the way around, and then we're going to come in and do 12 double crochets, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th. We're going to hook in with slip stitch and then continue again with 12 double crochet. So it's just a repeat. You see whatever one is best for you when you are doing your 12 double crochets, and you have to come in on that back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to me, 7th, let me see, 7th. So 7th is good for me, but because of your tension, 6 might be good for you. Okay, so whatever one, 6 or 7 with back loop slip stitch. Okay, and I'm going to continue on. There's no point in recording again the same thing. We're almost at the end. I don't want the video to be that long and taking too much space on my mobile. And then I'll come back to you once I am completed the 12 double crochets, the slip stitch on the back loop, either on 6 or 7. You see exactly where it fits in the middle. So it's not hard. We can see it by here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably it's going to be 6 on mine, because if we line it up properly, that's what it's going to most probably turn out to be. So if I line it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on my 6th. Okay, but you could be 6 or 7. It doesn't matter as long as you line it up properly. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain into that loop, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain into that second loop on the gold and create your V. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I've completed the next row. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 12 double crochets. I've pinned in the back stitch on my 6th with slip stitch, and then I've done my gold in the same place as the slip stitch with a single. Now I'm finishing up. I'm going to come in and slip stitch. Okay, Now I'm going to slip stitch in the middle here, and I'm going to skip 2 double crochets at the beginning. I'm not working on them, and I'm not going to work on the last 2 double crochets. Let me see if I can get you up a little bit more. So I've skipped. On the third one, I'm coming in directly on both loops, and I'm going to do single, 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 and single. So I have 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Doing my picot with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in the same stitch as I close the first one with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and again on the same stitch as I closed all of them. So I have 2 picots of 4 chain and the middle one of 5. Coming into the next one with singles, so I'm doing 4 singles again. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 chain. Skipping the first, the second, coming into the third, and repeating the same thing as I just done. Singles, 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And repeating again, 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing in with slip stitch picot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Closing in on the same stitch, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and again on the same one with slip stitch. And then into the next one, 4 singles. 1 per stitch, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 chain. Skip the first and second, come in your third. So we're just repeating what we've done. I'm going to continue to complete mine, and then I will have the little video at the end. This pretty much does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you think. This is perfect for Christmas, especially if you want a luxurious table setup with placemats. It's absolutely stunning. So I will see you in the next video. I will be doing the oval runner, the same style. So stay tuned for that. If you have not subscribed, do so and hit that bell notification. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And sharing is caring. Thank you so much, everybody. I send you much hugs. God bless you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.